Got a couple questions here. We prayed on Good Friday, and we were spared here in Lake St. Louis. Does that mean that people in Joplin didn't pray? Again,
at Morning Star Church in O'Fallon, Missouri, social media drives the sermon topic. The congregation is encouraged to text concerns or questions during worship. Today's theme, there's an app for that, the storms of life.
What do I say to Christian friends who store up food and water in fear of the end times?
The texts come in anonymously. They are screened and shown to Pastor Mike Schreiner on stage.
Today I texted, if it says in the Bible that nobody knows when Jesus will return, why do people keep trying to predict the return of Jesus?
I guess one of the most memorable questions that I've had dealt with a woman who had had an abortion and wondered how God felt about that and her and judgment. And so what I didn't expect was that texting, honestly, is an incredible opportunity to do pastoral care.
We've seen everything from, did Pastor Mike forget to shave, to things from John Wesley theology.
The goal of this United Methodist Church is to help the roughly 2,200 people in the pews feel a personal connection with God and one another.
It helps to keep a large church small.
They can feel like they are part of it. You know, they're just not slipping in and slipping out. They are becoming part of the message series.
I think it shows that we have a really open atmosphere at Morning Star, and it makes me feel more comfortable.
You know, 95% of the time a teenager has their phone in their hand. So if they're in church and they're being told use your phone, a lot of teens are going to like that. It's not uncommon to see, you know, half the people in here with their phones out.
Even if you don't text in or you have never done it before, don't plan on doing it, it just kind of feels like you're welcome there and you're free to ask any questions.
We talk about churches that, you know, hey, your questions are welcome here. We really never give people the forum to do that, and so the whole texting is a way of bringing your questions. Small groups is a way of bringing your questions and have just kind of real-time answers. It's not having the seminary professor answer. It's not the commentary answer. It's just kind of the answer that, kind of like Jesus, how he did the Sermon on the Mount.
Hi, my name's Heather and I have just a few reminders for you.
Videos, graphics, high-definition cameras, and screens create an interactive experience that resonates with all ages.
It gives us a better way to relate than just hearing. We're very visual and it really makes it come to life.
I'm a 20-something and it definitely brings the youth with the older people and the middle-aged people, and I'm okay with asking anyone of any age to come check out my church, and I know they're going to love it.
This video was brought to you by the people of the United Methodist Church through World Service donations.